In this clip, I'll show you the standing stretch playlist as a routine. Hey guys, David here, encouraging you to be active beyond the short term. Having a stand-up stretch routine can be really handy when the floor is quite uncomfortable or the space is at a minimum. A heads up that I am using an upright pole and a flat piece of wood for part of this routine, which is something that you would know if you'd looked at the whole playlist which this routine comes from. But don't worry, there is a link below to all those stretches. So let's get into it. Starting with the 2-joint calf stretch. Stepping through onto the piece of wood with the ball of the foot, heelers on the ground, pushing our hips forward. Keeping that chest nice and tall. Heel stays on the ground, remembering to breathe through it. "10 seconds from releasing this stretch, remembering to keep that heel on the ground." Okay, up next is the 1-joint calf stretch. We need a bend in that knee. We're going to do that by walking that foot closer. Back knee points forward and we're sitting down on that heel. Heel is still on the ground. Knee is bent, sitting down on the back heel. Halfway through, as you can see, the chest is still nice and tall. Breathing through it as always. Alright, and standing up nice and tall from that, turn around, face the other way, ball of the foot, step through, and we're back to a 2-joint calf stretch. Heels on the ground, hips are pushing through, chest nice and tall, and once more, breathing through it. Really does make a difference having a piece of wood. By elevating the front of that foot, we get a much bigger stretch. 10 seconds away until we go to a 1-joint calf stretch again. Alright, here we go. Same as the other side. Bring the foot back, knee points forward, heel stays on the ground, and push your hips down. Breathing through it as always. Nice tall chest. Think about that knee going past the toe of the back foot. 10 seconds away and we are going to move into a groin stretch, which means getting rid of this piece of wood we're using to help assist us with the calf stretch. So off it goes. Nice wide stance. Then shifting your weight so your knee comes over the ankle. Tuck tailbone down. Remember to breathe, staying tall as always. Getting a stretch in the longer part of our groin. "15 away." Keep breathing. Think about your balance. I know it looks mechanical, but it does work. 3, 2, 1. Shift your weight across. Now the knee's going to go to the other side. Tuck tail down again. Breathe through it. And away we go. "10 seconds away, and we'll come back to center and we'll be alternating which hip we're lifting and dropping to get the shorter part of our groin. So back to center we go. Lift a hip, lift a hip. Could call it a shimmy really. This is really going to target the shorter part of the groin. Halfway through. 10 seconds away from moving on to a hamstring stretch. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I stand side on, foot out in front of me, toe towards the shin, knee is bent, and sit down and reach with your hands. So the bottom is pointing out behind me, the knee does have a little bend in it, and we're actually reaching forward with those hands, not just out there for cosmetic reasons, we're reaching.
10 away. 3, 2, 1. Right, let's turn around and do that the other way. Foot out in front, toe towards the shin, slight bend in the knee. Point your bottom out behind you and reach. Alright, extra little reach there, good. Sitting down with it with your bottom. Imagine there's a seat behind you that you're reaching for. 10 away. We'll be up to using the pole to help us with a standing quad stretch. 3, 2, 1, and release. Over we go. Flick a foot. Knees are together. Standing up nice and tall. Pushing our hips through, tucking tail down. And of course, breathing. More than handy, kind of essential really. Halfway through. Stay nice and tall and make sure you're pushing through with those hips. Change in 2, 1, release the foot. Step across, grab the other one. Knees are together, tuck tailbone down, and we're off again. Really helps to think about maintaining the rectangle of the upper body. Halfway through. Last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're now moving into a glute stretch. So you are going to grab hold of the foot, put it above the knee. The bottom is moving down and away from the screen. Knee is away from our body. Chest remains tall. Really does help to imagine you're trying to find a seat behind you to sit down on. But of course, breathe rather than fighting the stretch. 10 seconds to go. 5 seconds and we change to the other side. Well done. Grab the ankle above the knee, sit down. Chest is tall, knee goes away. It is hard to see from that angle, but the supporting leg, the knee is bent. We are trying to park our bottom out behind us to find an imaginary seat. 10 seconds and we'll start to look after the upper body a little bit more. Starting with the QL stretch in 2, 1, release. Okay, cross the foot over, reach over, palm is forward, hips fall out and then down. Got to breathe through this one. Always just think, grip hard with the top hand. That is our anchoring point to allow our hips to fall out and then down. "10 seconds and we'll change to the other side. 2, 1, top hand will release. Look at that, step across, cross, that's a little bit quick. Gripping with that top hand, hips out and then down. Creating that nice arc. Hip is the furthest point away from the pole. And grip nice and tight with that top hand. "10 seconds away from releasing this and doing a chest stretch. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Standing up nice and tall. Elbow slightly higher than the shoulder. Step through and rotate and twist. Actually leaning your chest towards the camera. Good old doorway stretch. It's hard to go past when it comes to the chest. We are 15 away from the side. Just make sure, as with all these, that you are breathing your way through it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Step across the other side, elbow higher than the shoulder. Step through, rotate away. Remember to breathe. Tall upper body. Ten seconds away from being happy chappies. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Give yourself a clap or thumbs up and maybe even a shimmy.
Well, there you go. A handy little stretch routine for when space is at a minimum. If it wasn't, and you could put a stretch mat on the floor, consider looking at the playlist of stretches here and its routine there. Thanks for watching, and remember to be active beyond the short term.